bunch of fucking assholes. You know why? You don't have the guts to be what you want to be. You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy. Will that make you good? You're not good. You just know how to hide, how to lie. Me, I don't have that problem. Me, I always tell the truth. Even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
I feel you, Tony, but let me speak to him. Too many clones, I think they got a little mystique in them. Everybody I run with got a little street in them. And a special skill set, 5 deadly venom. Yeah, I know that movie. The Incredible Hulk was fake until I met Theo. Don't gamble with your life, homie, this ain't Reno. Nah, this is Domino's, Spades, and CeeLo. Ballin' with the Heat, Tyler Hero. I'm a good guy in this group. I am. They act hard, then I gotta tell a bit, don't shoot hard, then big. But you know he did it anyway. On a busy street, in broad day. Shooters gonna shoot no matter where they play. Brooklyn, Houston, or OCK. I'm about my paper, if you're not, you can miss me. All white Nikes, make sure they crispy. I spoil any girl that's with me. With a hustler ambition, this is 50. Pockets look like Curtis Jackson at the Super Bowl. Fonzie's a certified centerfold. Michael Cracker Juke was still a real nigga that I know. Porter at the Oscars will lose control. Too many bars. Lose control. Will Porter.
Last time you're gonna see a bad guy like this again, let me tell you.
All right, welcome to the Juggernaut Show. How you doing, gang? We once a week. We on the YouTube channel called the Juggernaut Show. This is under the umbrella of CNN Production and supported by Black Billionaire Collection. This is season 4, episode 3. Today's cast will be myself, Adi, Mike, Theo. We got Chunk on the switches. And our special guest, born and raised in Harlem, been around the world twice, Destini. She's an activist herself. She does a lot of things for the community. She's a very strong woman, and I'm glad that she made it to the show. Welcome to the Juggernaut Show, Destini.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Today's topic is shit is hard. We are all now discombobulated and confused. So, Destini, real quick.
Yes.
So, what do you like doing, in your spare time?
So my name is Destini, and to answer his question, in my spare time, I have a clothing line business, which is called Today's Clothing Line. And most of the time, I'm working on different designs, logo, and I also play wheelchair basketball, so sometimes I'm at practice. And majority of the time, I like to listen to music. So I do a lot, and I keep myself very busy.
So if someone wants to see your clothes, your merchandise, where can they go to check it out?
So you guys can follow me on Instagram at Today's Clothing Line _ So it's Today's _ clothing line _
Spell it out for some of our literate family brothers and sisters.
TAJAYS _ clothing CLOTHING _ LINE.
Okay, for y'all that don't know, I'll make sure to put that on the site. As you can see right at the bottom is the Juggernaut Show NYC at gmail.com. So Destini, do you have a celebrity crush?
I wouldn't say I have a celebrity crush, but I do have a celebrity inspiration, and that would be Beyonce. She is like my role model, who I look up to as a black young woman. So.
Yes, she has inspired a lot of women.
Yes, that's one of my motivations.
So also, how would you say someone would how would you get to know your special attention? How do you get someone to notice your special, your talents? Something that attracts.
So for me, I would say social media. I have Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. I have everything. I have also been on TV, so a lot of people recognize me from doing a commercial with Governor Andrew Cuomo to go to school for free with the Associate Scholarship. I do a lot of like news video because of me playing basketball, and I'm just a very outgoing person. I love to put myself out there in a good way. So, you know, everything that I do is something positive. So
That's great. So with that, you also have a degree, right, in business?
yes, I do. I have my associates. I graduated from Hostos Community College in the Bronx.
Alumni? Was it alumni?
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 Yeah. I'm
That's what's
Hostos
up.
alumni. And I'm currently in Queens College getting my bachelor's in design.
Oh, that is what's up. Very respectful. You out here, you really hustling out here. And thank you for taking the time out, because I know your day is very, very, very busy.
No problem. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to come out and share my story.
There's no problem. So now you're going to start going a little bit to the nitty gritty. What has been your best and worst days being disabled? I mean, Mike could say some stuff. You want us to start off?
Yeah, and then, yeah.
Well, for me, one of my worst days was when I started to learn to walk in prosthetics. I was walking in, I think you call it Seaview Projects, which is in Brooklyn. And it was like a whole bunch of kids. Everybody was outside. It was a nice summer day. I bust my ass on the floor, and I didn't want to get up, bro. I didn't want to get up. And it was like so embarrassing. You know, little kids don't got no fit. It's like, hey, look at it. And I'm like, damn. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. I wanted to curse somebody. Little niggas, get away from me. But I had to eat it and get up.
Nah,
Shoot somebody, huh?
I can say for me, I don't think I really had a worst day. It's just, shit just happens.
I can agree with you. I wouldn't say I have worst days. I do have some bad days, and I do have some good days, but I take those bad days and turn it into something positive to push me to continue to reach whatever I have planned for the day. Like, if I'm down, I'm gonna get up and push myself to do it.
Like the only time I really get like frustrated, I say, with having a disability is like if I'm taking the train and then no elevator wants to work. It's like, bro,
that is a bad day.
I would say for me would be mostly accessorized. When you're supposed to get picked up at 12:15 and they don't come.
2:15.
they
Like
put
3
the
hours late.
Put the camera on me for 1 second. I just want to say, accessorize everything associated with accessorize is horrible.
Yes, it is.
The worst thing ever created.
Just like the MC.
I don't care. They can hate me for it. Accessorize, everything affiliated with accessorize, everything they try to do has been horrible since the 90s.
So, Mike, let me ask you a question. So, would you go far as to say the same people that run Accessorize runs the MTA system?
Well, yeah, because it's a part of the
I'm
MTA.
not to say something.
Nah, it's accessorize.
They must be the same people.
Accessorize part of the MTA.
Yeah, well, they shit.
But the best, honestly, the best day of my life, for me, it has been 14 years I've been disabled. So one of the best days of my life being disabled was when I had my last son, Anane. You know, I conceived him when I was, I didn't, you know, I helped conceive him when I was disabled. And like, he brought me so much joy and energy, it made me just stay positive. And like, ever since then, I know not to give up, because at the end of the day,
You can't give up for your kids.
So what would you say is one of your best days? Because you probably got a lot of good days with all you've accomplished.
I would just say basically like waking up every morning, you know?
Yeah.
Tomorrow's not promised, so
No, it's
waking
not.
up every morning and just being able to achieve all my goals that I have set for myself, this far as me only being 22 and I still have more life and more goals that I would like to finish achieving. So
Yeah. I would say for me, I don't know if it was the best day having a disability, because I have a disability every day, but it's just like, okay, so like, you know, I'm a comedian and I got passed at a comedy club, which means like I work there as
Yeah,
like
I know.
you know, So that day, I probably would say,
It was one of the
since I've been a
happiest.
comedian, that was my best day. Cause
You got
to-
accepted in that community that you wanted to be in.
yeah, and to be somebody with a disability, to even be in that position, to be able to work at a club. I don't know if I'm probably not the first that ever did it, but there's not many of us.
Yeah.
A lot
doing-
of people don't have that opportunity.
Yeah,
you know?
so-
when you get that opportunity, you take it for granted.
Right,
And you
yeah.
appreciate it because it's like you set the examples for others that may be coming
yeah.
behind
Right.
you.
You
yeah.
are a pioneer on that. You are.
So for a able-bodied comedian, they may look at it like, oh, it's still a big deal regardless, but it's a little different when it's like everything you had to do to get to
that point.
that point.
Yeah.
So I would say for me that probably was the best day, if I had to pick a best day with a disability.
Let me ask you something, Dave. You be in the comedy world
Mm-hmm.
and dealing with your disability, you think the comedy helped you like coincide? Because like now people always say I'm so much more. Like yeah, I'm an athlete, but I'm more than that. So would you say the comedy, embrace it with your disability, like that made more enlightenment to your personality, or did that change you any kind of way?
Did comedy change me any type of way?
Nah. He always been a funny dude.
Nah, it changed me as far as like, I would say it changed me as far as like motivation and just what I'm willing to put myself around and what I'm willing to allow around me.
Yeah.
Because when you got something you working for, when you got goals and aspirations and things you want to do, things that I used to allow around me is like now I can't have certain things around me because you bringing down what I'm trying to do.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So that's the only thing. Me as a person, I would say I might be happier, but me as a person, I don't think I really changed. I just changed what I allow around me.
You just got more clear of your goal, your path.
Yeah,
what you
because
wanna
now
do.
it's like I know, like this is my mission, this is my goal, this is what I gotta do, and I can't let anybody stop me from what I gotta do.
No negativity.
Yeah.
No negativity.
So
Right.
this is a question for the whole panel.
Mm-hmm.
Would you date an able-bodied or someone with a disability?
Well, I'll start off. To me, I would date an able body, but I'm open to options. I always tell my friends, like, if I date an able body, it's good for me because when I get tired and I don't want to push up those hills, they could come push me up the hill. But I'm open. I don't judge or anything, so it's like you have options, you know?
So I guess the question for you, Theo, would be, would you date a woman with a
well,
disability?
well,
Yeah, that's why I said the whole
You
panel.
know what? I was gonna go there. I'm gonna be.
No, say your
I ain't gonna
truth.
take the joke from you, but I'm gonna let you.
He right.
Nah, I had something in my head to say that, but you know what? No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna say this for and foremost. Having you guys as friends, like my boy Chunk and all y'all. I'm gonna say this. I never told Chunk this. Like I look at life now it's differently for me. Like me dealing with life and seeing how y'all. I'm inspired. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like y'all guys are amazing because I know things that get me upset. Like how you said sometimes you frustrated about the train and all that. So I can only imagine being in your situation. So that's why when I look at things in life now, I learn to let go now. Like I know some things that really ain't worth the energy, bro. Like sometimes like how you say you got a son and you trying to be strong for your son. So yeah, I can see myself dating somebody, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause I feel like that will be a good balance. Like in life.
Balance as far as what?
No, for real, because I think,
yourself?
I'm gonna tell
No,
you.
I'm saying, what's the
I'm gonna
balance?
say the balance. I'm gonna tell you the balance. The balance for me, the hum.
Why you got laugh in the back? Audience, please be quiet back there.
No, no, hold on. Dang, I'll be laughing out.
No, I think you want me to take over a little
no,
bit?
what I'm going with, but I be on the balance though. Is
Yeah.
that it's, and to me, it's a humbling experience because me
Alright,
appreciating more.
What's the
life.
balance?
I'm saying this for me to be. It humbles me. So
So the balance
me
is
on
you
this
can
shit-
walk
no, me
and
on-
she can't.
I think Theo
Nah,
needs
nah.
to tag me in, bro. I think you need to tag me in,
like, you
bro.
messed me up, son.
This is the
Like, you
handicap
gotta
match, bro. I think you need to tag me in.
But you just do me up.
Tag me
No,
in, bro.
But I would date someone.
Alright.
No, but that's that question. I don't think it's not wrong. I think yes, I would date somebody
Alright.
that's handicapped.
Disabled.
That's it.
No,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
please. Disabled
Yeah,
is the correct
disabled.
terminology.
Apologize, cause no, see, I'm not. So I apologize.
You already
I don't
tagged
wanna
me, bro.
get hit.
You just need to
Go ahead,
get
go
out
ahead,
of
go
it.
ahead. I'm
So
sorry.
I understand.
I'm sorry.
I understand.
I get what you said.
I
I
understand kind of both
fuck with you.
worlds. And be honest with you, I always ask myself, would I have dated someone if I was able-bodied before I lost my legs, that was disabled? Probably not. I'd probably be more as a friend than dating them.
Yeah.
But I bet my uncle's disabled, so I've been around him hard, and he was like the strongest dude I know, bro. He was strong. He made sure his wife was good. He made sure the house was all right. Everything was set. He was like one of the strongest. So once I became disabled, I just felt like I already kind of experienced it, and then I just accepted it. I'm disabled. So with that, I did start dating, you know, able-bodied, especially after me and my son's mother broke up. But honestly, it's like they felt they was doing something extra for me because they are not disabled. So it
Right.
started to come to a point like, you know what, F you can eat a whole bunch of you know what,
Yeah.
and I'm not messing with you no more. So I started to say, I'm gonna start messing with someone that's just like me. And honestly, when I started to take that in and do it, it honestly worked perfect for me.
Yeah.
Because the person is just like me, understands all my flaws, understands what I like and dislike, understands like when you travel, it's not that easy, bro.
No,
Like,
it's not.
it's very.
So, man, hold on. Can I ask a good question?
Yeah.
So that being said, you say you dated somebody that was able-bodied. So do you feel that when it comes to like the understanding, like they felt like, oh, I have to do something, or versus being in a relationship, so I'm doing it because I love you?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
How
something.
do you
Yeah,
feel?
I'm gonna tell you
get there.
experience. I'm gonna
Because,
answer you.
that's a
Enjoy.
good question that we always have to know. I know when people, come on, do this for you know people that's. And me, I want to think, oh, shit, he feel like he had to do it. Like, but how y'all feel about that, the interaction with people like me and versus y'all? How you
No,
feel?
hold up. You asking about you or a relationship?
Oh, no
part?
relationship, but yeah, but in
all
general,
right.
kind of
So in the
relationship, mostly
relationship part,
leave relationship.
I had a chick take one of my damn prosthetic legs, bro.
Yeah,
Like
you
this
do
before
that.
I wasn't using wheelchairs. And you ain't going nowhere. I'm like, yo, what you doing? Like real talk, like arguing. I'm trying to hop. I had to take the other leg off, bump it.
Shit. Harlem Nights?
Son,
Hold on.
bro, without the foot. it was Harlem Night without
Are
the
you
foot.
basically
night?
saying like she tried to take advantage?
No, I'm gonna get you
She
some.
took advantage. And then one time,
I'm gonna get you sucker.
no, one time I had put money into like this shoe box I had. So I was doing old school shit. And I was looking for my box and I couldn't find it. And I said, man, let me just go to my mom's house because I gotta go.
Yeah.
I seen a goddamn box on top of the refrigerator. She knew I could not reach up there, yo.
So she did that to
Spiteful
get back
shit.
at you.
Let me think. For me, I've dated able-bodied women and disabled women. I never set out to choose who I was gonna date. It was just like whoever I like.
Yeah, it didn't come like, honestly, it didn't come like that.
No, but it's
towards me neither.
different. It's different for me because I was
Yeah, you
born with
born
a
with it.
disability. So it's like I never set out to be like, oh, I'm gonna only date disabled women, or I'm gonna only date able-bodied women.
Yeah.
It was just whoever I like at the time, I'm gonna pursue them.
Yeah.
And if it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But I never looked at it either way. It was just
But bro,
women with women.
Well, for me, if I could be honest with y'all, like I have a very, very busy schedule. So like dating for me right now is really not
yeah, you
my
focus on a
focus,
lot.
you know? So I have like other things that I'm really passionate that I just want to see myself
Yeah.
achieve. So that's why that's why I answered the question the way I did.
Yeah.
Because it's like you have options, like you don't judge, but you know, that's really not my focus.
I will say the difference. I noticed a difference when it comes to me. I can't speak for everybody else, but the difference between dating an able-bodied woman and a disabled woman. Able-bodied women, sometimes they want to help you more than they need to,
Sometimes, yeah.
and then you just up there like, yeah, I don't need you to. Like I had a girlfriend, she wanted to do everything. It's just like I don't need you to do.
Do you feel that we like offend you if like only reason why I ask is because I wasn't born this way.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like sometimes I know for me with experience, people be like, oh, can I help you? I'll be like, no, don't touch me. I'm okay.
Yeah.
I know at times people could say, oh, let me just push you down. Let me help you get in the chair. And I'd be like, no, calm down. Like, I could take care of myself.
I would say as I get older, it doesn't offend me as much.
Yeah.
Because I have a better understanding. You
And
get
then,
a better understanding of people
Yeah.
as you experience things and you get older or whatever. So when I was younger, it would offend me when people wanted to help because I got it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? But now it's like I understand. First of all, you don't know me.
Yeah.
So
like you just randomly walk up to
Yeah.
me like, oh, let me help you.
Yeah, but
Yes.
I don't think it's coming from a poisonous place. They-
Yeah.
No,
they
that's what I'm
really-
saying.
yeah.
I don't think people, but I also don't. I think for a lot of able-bodied people, it's an ego thing. For them, it's the same reason why you see people like they'll videotape themselves like giving a homeless person money.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
the
that's
same thing to
crazy,
be able to say like, oh, look what I did for this guy in a wheelchair. Like I
Yeah.
pushed him over here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's-
but sometimes, I mean, a lot
And
of
it's
times
not
people
a-
ask me, do you need help? And then I'll be like,
yeah,
you know,
but that's
all right,
what
go
I'm
ahead.
saying.
Like
It's
I
not-
let them do it because I know they're not, from what I feel, they're not intentionally coming.
But that's what I'm
with
saying.
poison.
Even with me saying about the ego, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It just means the ego told them I should do this.
Right.
So later on, I could be able to say like, yo,
And they probably
I
did feel like
did.
that. They probably did.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing because I'm still getting help. But
Yeah.
it's just the intention might be off sometimes. Sometimes the intention can be genuine, and sometimes the intention could be, I want to make myself feel good and say I did this for this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, you know what, I see where you're coming from too. Cause that's why I don't understand like a lot of people like to film themselves. And if it's not genuine, that's why I asked them how you feel like people doing something for you, it gotta come from the heart, I guess. Like,
and,
if they
I
feel
mean,
like
I
it's
don't care where it
forcing
come
you, I
from.
don't
You getting
know.
done. You doing it.
So, I mean, do you feel any kind of way about it? If it's like somebody doing
No,
something,
I'm getting what I need. Like, okay, like if I
Okay.
going back to the train, let's say I'm having trouble like getting my chair up on the train from the platform, right? I don't care if you did it to make yourself feel good. I need help getting on the train.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be like, are you doing this for like genuine reasons?
No,
Or are you
it's just-
doing this?
It's in a feeling. That's the only
No,
thing.
I'm just
yeah.
saying.
A
No,
lot of times-
but what I'm
So you say
saying
you
is,
wouldn't let
I don't
you
care
just
why
said,
you're doing it as long as
Yeah.
I'm getting some help.
I benefit from it, so that's all
Yeah.
that matters. Okay, I got you. How about you? How would you feel about that? Would you feel like? Hey,
I mean, honestly, I let them rock. A lot of times, and I'm gonna be for real, bro, it's crazy. A lot of times, it's always old Spanish woman wanting to push me somewhere, wanting to help me, and I came to a point just like, go ahead. I don't even fight it no more because I don't want to come off sounding like the angry black dude. You're like, damn, F you, I ain't put you in that damn chair. You don't want none of that. Because then I could get nasty.
she
and I
might
don't
want
want
some
to.
chocolate. You never know, man.
Nah, I mean,
Chill. I will say this. I will say this, right? For the reputation that New Yorkers have of being rude and
Yes.
Especially
disrespectful.
nowadays, you might as well just say thank you. You can't have nothing. You cannot say anything else. Just say thank
but
you.
I,
Keep
I
going.
will say, like, in my experiences, like, New Yorkers aren't as rude and disrespectful as people like to make it
portray
out.
to be.
Because I've had a lot of people help me out, just on the strength of they see me coming their way, and they'll help out. They'll hold the door. They'll, you know what I mean?
Yeah, a little,
So-
little justice is nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I take it for what it is.
I think we misunderstood, man. I'm gonna be honest. Which I understand for people that's outside, that's not from New York. Cause look at 9/11, we did came together, right? And
Yeah, we came
we
together
did
for like
think
2
about that.
weeks.
And that one moment,
Yeah.
I know what 2 weeks. But think about that. That
2
one
weeks
moment.
before they called the N-word.
You
That's
didn't feel
was-
the energy where white person didn't feel armed, feel safe around him. It's like we all was.
Yeah,
human.
but-
no, you felt that, right?
No,
that
week, see,
no, I don't know.
let me tell you like this.
I
Let me tell you like
don't know.
this.
I
It
don't
was
know
still
what you
kinda
experienced.
racist.
We
but-
getting off topic, but let me
I
tell you.
know,
I'll
but
just
we
say this.
segue, because you said how New Yorkers, people feel like New Yorkers ain't
Nah,
attitude.
I'll
That's
say
why
this,
I went
right?
to
When
that.
you talking about
Go ahead.
9/11, okay, how you said white people didn't act a certain way, that's
Okay.
cool. They shifted it from us to a whole other group of people.
I know. Okay,
Well, yeah, it still was
And
racist,
it was,
like I
it was
said.
wrong. And it was wrong with bias because regardless how you look, that was wrong. If you go in the store, people that was messing people's stores up, I felt bad for them because they had nothing to do with the build. But I know you're right. We did segue a bit, but
Yeah, we found out who really did it. So,
All right,
you know,
so what's
sorry.
the
Sorry for-
next?
Yeah.
the next on
Question
that
to our
will be,
guests.
what would you change if you had the powers to do so? This is going for the
Is this for
disabled
me
squad.
or everybody?
For everyone. I'll start off.
Hold on, everyone just say the same.
I'll say it again. What would you change if you had the powers to do so? What would you
So-
change within your disability?
Wait, okay, do you mean like in the community or just
Herself.
Yourself. Just solely you. What would you change within your disability? Would you,
to be honest, I would not change anything.
and I agree with you with that.
I would not change anything.
It was kind of a gift and a curse for me.
Yeah.
It kind of let me see who, for me, mine was traumatic. So I had a car accident in 2008, which instantly amputated my legs. Like I was up the whole time. Like it was some worstest pain I ever had. I've been shot, stabbed, jumped, hit by motorcycles, but that was like the worst.
Jeez.
Now, you been through some shit, man.
Yeah, I've been through it, bro. The scars all over my face and everything.
Okay.
I still got stab marks on my leg right here. But the thing about it is, I was so mad because it felt like I was about to die in the ditch by myself. And I think by me getting mad, it like pumped up my energy or whatever. But to go forward, I found out who the true friends were, who my true family was, that came to the hospital, who all the people I looked out for, helped give jobs, they wasn't around.
Damn.
That's how it usually is.
It
That's
wasn't.
what a lot of
usually
people. I've
is.
noticed
So-
a lot of people who aren't born with disabilities. They say like when they
Yeah.
became disabled, like a lot of their friends just
Yeah,
disappeared.
some dude say, yo, I couldn't come see you like that, man. What? My nigga, what are you talking about?
For me, like I said, I wouldn't change anything. I was in a car accident in 2007, and I look at it as God gave me a second chance to live.
Right.
I was born premature, and they told my mom I wasn't gonna make it. And then I had my car accident, and they told her I wasn't gonna make it there. And look at me now. So
fighter.
that's why I say, like, I wouldn't change it. I accept what God gave me back, whatever opportunities, motions, abilities. I appreciate everything He gave me back. So
That's
I
what's
wouldn't
up.
change
Ain't
it.
going for your BA.
Yes.
That's what's
Alright,
up. That is
so-
what's up. That's definitely what's up, yo.
So for me, I say my answer might be a little complicated, but y'all just gotta,
BA with you.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
So, all right.
So now after this commercial break, we'll be right back. Now- You like
Nah, I say, all right. So I'll say for me, right. As far as having a disability, I wouldn't change anything about myself. It just is what it is, right? But on one hand, like me and my older sister, we both were born with cerebral palsy, right? So the thing I would, I can't say I even would change it, but we would adopt. My mother put us up for adoption because she couldn't deal with I guess the stress of having
She ain't know what to do.
two kids with disabilities, and this is a lot of work. And then, she had her things going on with her life. So I do realize the environment I would have grew up in had I not been disabled would have been completely different. And I would have been a different person had I not been disabled. Because
I think your aura probably has still been the same.
but what I'm saying is, okay, so I don't want to get too personal. I don't want to put people's business out there.
Right.
But, I come from a family where biologically where a lot of things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
And my mother, she wasn't there for her kids like she was supposed to be. My mom was out in the street pretty much. So who's to say if I was able-bodied, that wouldn't have made me go out and go run in the streets and do what I had to do for myself just to survive. Whereas with a disability, I was adopted by people who could nurture me the right way, who could,
Accept you.
treat me a certain way, who could financially the situation was better. Like I know how my other siblings biologically, like my biological siblings, I know how they grew up being with my family, and they were all able-bodied.
Right.
So I know if I'm one of the older siblings, so I know I would have eventually, I would have been outside. I would have been in the streets, doing what I had to do for myself, for me and my siblings to survive.
Sometimes with that, it's not a I feel you, bro. Sometimes that's not a bad thing, because I happened to experience that myself, but not the disabled part, where I had to fend for even my mother at one time. You know what I'm saying? It was time I had to really buy the work to get the work. You
But
understand what I'm
that's
saying?
what I'm saying. Like my mom, she wasn't there. Like she wasn't in the picture for my siblings like that at all. Like she would come around here and there, but it wasn't. See what I'm saying? So I know how I am now, and I know I would have went out and tried to like, all right, I'm gonna figure this out for myself. And who's to say what that would have got me?
I mean, as far as knowing you, I think your aura would have still.
Yeah, I probably would still been the same person,
Right.
but when your circumstances different, you gonna do what you gotta do.
Bro, that's being black in America, bro.
Yeah,
you
but
know
that's what I'm saying. Because of my disability, I was taken away from circumstances that could have changed my life drastically.
So basically, you're saying you think you'd be a different person if you was in my shoes.
I would have been a different person. Yeah, I would have been a different person out of necessity, not out of that's who I am.
Right, right.
You get what I'm
That's a
saying?
I
good
got you.
Yo, that's a good kind of theory right there.
Yeah, I get
That's a
that.
good kind of theory right there.
So we're gonna go back around the block, back to what I asked you. What's your biggest no-nos, Destiny?
So I would say, like I mentioned before, I wasn't born this way. And now being a young woman with a disability, I really hate to be stared at because we all live a day-to-day life. We're just like everyone else who's an able-bodied person. Like I always tell people when I'm outside, you don't have to stare. You see me talking, you see my mouth moving, you could just say hi. And you know, I just don't like to be stared at. Now, if it's from a little kid, no problem.
Yeah.
But for it to come from an adult staring at another adult, it really gets me upset. And I really hate that with a passion. Like, just don't stare.
Right.
If you see anybody with a disability, just say hi. Because you never know what they may be going through, what they have been through that may turn you or turn your day better or make you be a better person and be like, wow, she lives that lifestyle and I'm complaining every day about mine. So
Right.
that's my biggest no-no. Don't stare, just speak, okay?
You're right about that. You know, I had a bad experience one time. I was at NYU, and I started this support group, an amputee support group at NYU. So I started walking more, and I was kind of proud of myself. I walked like from the FDR side of NYU all the way to First Avenue. So I was very proud of myself. A surgeon came down the elevator and looked at me and said, "Oh my God," that threw my whole day off. I'm like, I thought I accomplished something big for this dude that came with a whole blue surgery outfit on to say, "Oh my God." So it threw me off like, damn.
Do
I'm
you
looking
think
hideous?
his "oh my God" was
No,
in
it
shock
wasn't. No,
or-
it was poison.
oh, okay?
It was poison. You know the difference.
Yeah,
when someone was saying, "Oh my," it was like, "Oh my God, oh you're so great." Oh, it was like, "Oh my God, damn, get the hell out of here."
Oh, okay.
For me, I don't know. When I was younger, I like talking about the staring thing. I used to be like, I don't like people staring, or you could just ask. But
Sound like me.
I came to the realization, right, that most people don't know people with disabilities like that. So when they're staring, that's their curiosity. And then they might not want to be rude and come up to you and just like, "Hey, what happened?" So
Yeah, I mean that's the little kid joint, because usually the mother or the father like, "Yo, hey, what you doing?"
Yeah, they're
And I'm
like,
like,
don't
"No
stare."
problem, man."
that's funny too, because I've had kids like they'll go, "Hey, mister, what happened to you?" And their parents will try to stop them. I'll be like, nah, it's cool. Like if they want to know, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
I'll tell the kid like, "Yo, I got a disability called cerebral palsy," and I don't go into the whole explanation
Yeah, because they wouldn't
too young to-
understand. Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I
You
understand
give
that.
them a little light of
I
quick
underst-
education.
But I understand that most people never met people with disabilities. You know?
True, because honestly, I haven't for a long time until my uncle had the Agent Orange and he had lost both of his legs.
Yeah.
So you're right about that.
And-
I haven't.
it's funny we talking about this because I have a joke where I say, like, you know, I know a lot of people with disabilities, they get upset when people stare at them. And it's like, I want to be honest, I stare at people with disabilities too. Because, like, you see somebody.
I did catch myself sometimes.
Yeah, like.
I did catch, so we be hypocrites here.
Yeah, like you see somebody that you don't know with disability on the street, you be like, yo, what happened to them? Like, I want to know what happened to them. So I catch myself too, like, oh shit, what happened to this nigga?
Yeah, but you gotta be cool with it, man.
Yeah, like I can't be like, yo, cause you know, and it's funny, like I've talked about this before. I don't know if this ever happened to you or as a woman, this happened to you with a guy. Like, I'll be somewhere where I see a woman with a disability and she's beautiful, right? But I'm like, I'm not gonna talk to her, cause like if I go approach her, she gonna think the only reason why I'm speaking to her is because we both got disabilities. So I think
yeah, they act even more nasty.
Nah, but I'm saying,
bro.
like, I don't want her to think like the only reason why I'm approaching you right now is because we both got disabilities. So I think that I could do something with you just because you got disability.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I always be like, I'm not about to.
Yeah.
No, but I'm glad you said that.
It can look kind of creepish.
Yeah, like you don't want to be the guy. There's millions of women out here outside, and then the one woman I zero in on, like she in a wheelchair too, and I'm just rolling. I'm like, hey, what's up with you? Like, why you didn't talk to this girl?
Not
that
you.
girl? Yeah. So you know what I mean? All right, we go to the next question.
You ready to leave it alone? I was about to give you a what's the SOS, but
Oh, no, go ahead.
do you get used to being an advocate for your community? And I'll answer my honestly,
What do you mean by getting used to?
Yeah,
Like,
I
what
was
do you
about to say that.
because I had hard times being an advocate for my community because I had the community flip on me a few times and disregard me and put me under the bus several times. I even had people that is big time, like really helps the community, tell me they wish I get ran over by a bus.
Well, God damn.
Yeah, I know.
That's not funny. I ain't mean to
and
laugh.
the person was disabled
God
themselves.
damn.
But at the same time,
Whew.
yeah, I know. So it was like, damn, I start to feel like a little bit like Kendrick. Damn, look what I've done for you, and this is what I get, like a big F you.
So would you say basically like recognition or?
No, I love helping the community, regardless. Even in the community that I'm in, I help out. I do like little kid documentaries. I help out this thing for the governor's office. It's called MAP. I help out this other thing called NSTAT. I help out a lot of things, and I give them thoughts that I have in my head, like monuments, things that should be structured, how to build money in your community, better ways to stay within inside house and do greater things to teach the community. I always advocate fine artists to move, especially for people with poverty. We're gonna go to a commercial right now. We'll be right back. Catch you in a few minutes.
All right,
So welcome back.
So the question was, are you comfortable in your role as a?
I'm very comfortable because honestly, it's a pleasure you get when you really help someone, especially a group of people. It's like, it's exciting me. I like seeing others accomplish a goal we all put together. And I like to see the happiness in them because, I don't know, it just feels good to me. Plus, I was born in a household of militant rebels, Black Panthers, Southern women. Right. So it's always been in me to fight. So I'm glad that I was with them. So listen, on our next time, we're going to come to a part 2 next week. Join the Juggernaut Show. Reach us at the Juggernaut Show at nyc@gmail.com. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you soon. So, family, we had a horrible few, 3 weeks probably, we say. We had the Buffalo thing going on, which come to find out, it was really a hit. And then we also had this thing with this crazy ass Spanish dude in Texas that killed 19 damn children and 2 adults. It was open fire in the Texas elementary school. So, for that gunman, and he killed his damn grandmother.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. But they wound up killing him, and come to find out a lot of officers was leaving the shooting scene, which was crazy too. Like, you're supposed to serve and protect, but you're running away from the scene. There's a lot of audio of you can hear the people say, "Go, we need you to go in there, help them, help," and they didn't do nothing. They just ran away. So I call this the Rittenhouse effect. Remember, everybody was praising Rittenhouse. Oh, he was just protecting. And look what it's causing.
But I don't know. It's been a problem in America
For years.
For the
but
longest.
It's
Yeah.
spanned out of control right after Rittenhouse.
Yeah.
They like, oh, I shot people and I got away.
I think
You can do it too.
So, like, in the situation in Buffalo, that was an act of racism.
It was racism, but it was a hit.
No, he was targeting. Like he said, he was targeting.
Well, all right, let's go to the truth. The truth is, why we have fully body armor on for hitting elderly people?
Well, I mean, we've already.
Two, the reason why he had the body armor on because he killed that old NYPD retired officer.
Yeah. Well,
Come to find out, he's making water, which is a hydrogen, to gas.
Yeah. Well, first, I want to say my condolences to all people that's been affected. Because there was a situation in California, too, recently. So I, wanted to just send my condolences to everybody involved in these situations and their families. And the situation in Texas.
It's very sad.
Anytime children are involved, it's sad to lose anybody, but
it's very sad.
When children are involved, to me, that's a different level of. Because these are people who couldn't even...
Like the young girl in the Bronx.
Defend themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? These kids in Texas, they couldn't defend themselves. Mm-hmm. They don't know what's going on, and they just starting out their life.
Starting.
And it's so sad because you wake up every morning thinking you're sending your kids to school and the teachers is there to protect them. And it's so sad that the two teachers that were in the classroom actually doing their job, which was protecting their students, they lost their life too.
Yeah, and for those people, to me, that was a beautiful act of selflessness. Because, like you said, how the officers were running out, the teachers
running away from it, bro.
Because I remember,
people to serve and protect.
I remember Sandy Hook. Remember
I would have thought that was going to be the last. They said after Sandy Hook, that was supposed to be the last one.
Well,
and then
not.
Look what happened.
Evidently not.
I think when there are people out there, when they see these type of shootings, they go, oh, this person did this, so let me see if I can. You have people out, and this speaks to a bigger issue in America of mental health.
Yeah, which we are.
That's the number one.
It's a mental health awareness month this month.
Yeah, but we have a system. We have a medical system where most people can't afford to get any kind of help, much less mental help.
Right.
Or you have to go through hoops to get some type of mental help.
And hope the best that you want to give the right one.
So you have people, we live in New York City. You see people in New York City, you see people on the street, homeless people. You see people do all kind of crazy things on the train. And people, instead of...
The train's out of control,
they'll ridicule these people, but it's really these people have mental issues and they can't get help. So then that's when you have these type of situations because the system is flawed.
Okay, we're going to do a part 2 soon, which will be tomorrow. We'll do an outdoor recording, so we're going to send that in as well. Family, God bless. Good luck. Destiny, thank you for coming to the show.
You're
we love
welcome.
you for coming.
Thank
Maybe you should come more often.
I'll
I kind of like the vibe. It's real smooth.
Thank you.
And nice. Elegant.
Thank you guys so much.
All right, family, peace, love, and happiness. Remember to go to our website, the Juggernaut Show, NYC@gmail.com. Thank you. God bless.
Right.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie. So say good night to the bad guy.
I feel you, Tony, but let me speak to him. Too many clones, I think they got a little mystique in them. Everybody I run with got a little street in them. And a special skill set, 5 deadly venom. Yeah, I know that. The Incredible Hulk was fake until I met Theo. Don't gamble with your life, homie, this ain't Reno. Nah, this is Domino, Spades, and CeeLo. Ballin' with the Heat, Tyler Hero. I'm a good guy in this group. They act hard, then I gotta tell a bit, don't shoot hard, then but you know he did it anyway, on a busy street. in broad day. Shooters gonna shoot no matter where they play. Brooklyn, Houston, or OCK. I'm about my paper. If you're not, you can miss me. It's all white Nikes. Make sure they crispy. I spoil any girl that's with me. With a hustler ambition, this is 50. Pockets look like Curtis Jackson at the Super Bowl. Fonzie's a certified centerfold. Michael Cracker Juke is still a real nigga that I know. Porter at the Oscars will lose control. Too many bro. Lose control. Will Porter.
Yo, Jay, you need to stop, boy.
I mean, it was very diverse.
Yeah, we had
So many angles. Like, you have to think about it. One.
Alright, we gotta get some more love. We gotta get closer with these damn chairs now. Damn. Like, these are so far apart. They really
The
doing
last
6
time
feet.
you're gonna see a fat
for
guy
real.
like this again, let me tell you.
Want jail pictures now.
Do them all. Wow. Can I also grab one?
Yes.
Let me grab one.
So I'm gonna go. I think back to you.
Yeah, I sent it. Yeah, I gotta send it. I think I got you on Facebook.
I'm gonna go again with this outfit.
He's ready.
All right. So
One. Closer. Two. Thanks a lot, guys.
all right.
Great show. I mean, I can tell you, I enjoyed it. It was really, it bounced all angles. You know, it gives you something to think about, different perspectives, every perspective. So that's great. I mean,
really structured. I had a good question.
he called you the star today.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say,
Mike's
I felt a
carrying
little
that.
warm. I felt a little
Mike
warm.
is carrying that joint, I ain't gonna lie.
Thank you, appreciate it.
You said you gotta go somewhere.
No,